The 49ers have finally made a pick in the 2022 NFL Draft. You're watching the 49ers Report by Chat Sports. I am your host, Chase Sr. We'll get to their first selection in the second round coming up here momentarily, but first, got to give a shout out to Manscaped for being the presenting sponsor of today's NFL Draft video right here on the Niners Report by Chat Sports. 20% off and free shipping if you plug in that link at the bottom of your screen, manscaped.com/49ers, promo code 49ers for 20% off and free shipping on the best and most elite men's grooming products. We'll tell you about the Ultra Premium Collection coming up here in just a few minutes from Manscaped. Some might say that Drake Jackson, the Niners selection at 61st overall, is the Ultra Premium Collection. That link is available in the comment section and the description of this video. So, breaking news, obviously, San Francisco going edge rusher Drake Jackson out of USC is now going to join a 49ers defensive line that is absolutely loaded. And we know that the organizational philosophy for San Francisco often prioritizes going edge rushers and defensive linemen, because when you have depth at that position, you can keep a lot of those defensive linemen fresh along that front so that they can generate pressure against opposing quarterbacks in today's pass-happy NFL. Now, my overall takeaways from Jake Jackson, I had a second, third round grade on him, and I do like the pick. He's a twitchy athlete who has some burst coming off around the edge. He can impact the game in year one as a rookie, especially considering the fact that he's going to line up opposite of Nick Bosa, who the 49ers exercised his fifth-year option, and Nick Bosa, one of the best and most premium pass rushers in the sport today. As we continue to break this down, stay tuned, because we have so many fascinating tidbits to get to when it comes to Jackson. I want you to get into the comment section right now and grade the pick, A, B, C, D, or F. And I want all of you watching to comment, because finally the Niners have made a pick, and it's been a while since they've been this inactive throughout the NFL Draft in previous years. So, scouting report on Jackson: certainly had an impressive 21 campaign with the USC Trojans, has some bend coming around the edge. His burst is okay. He's a twitchy athlete, but lacks that burst in the immediate steps following the snap of the ball. He's a pass rusher at his core, though, and I think he's going to be able to grow into that role over time. Offers little against the run right now, but we're talking about an NFL league that is very pass-happy, so you don't need a run stopper at that edge rusher spot, and you have guys who can fill that role in Jordan Willis as well as Kerry Hyder. Needs some time to grow. He needs to become a little bit more consistent over time. Our draft expert Tom Downey had him as the number 12 edge and 76 overall player. So with the Niners getting him at 61, some might consider it a reach. I actually consider it to be pretty good value. Here's the NFL.com scouting report from Lance Zierlein. Jackson lacks play strength, but has the frame to add muscle and mass. He's a loose-limbed, restless pass rusher with the activity level to find angles and openings in both his primary and secondary rush. However, he lacks successful counters to do it consistently against stronger tacklers. As for what he did in 2021, 37 tackles for USC in what was a bumpy season for the USC Trojans. 5 sacks, 1 forced fumble, 1 pass breakup, and 1 interception. Second team all Pac-12 in 2021. Led the team in tackles for loss. Missed 1 game because of injury. That's not really considered a red flag up to this point. And in 2020, he was a second team all Pac-12, member in that conference as well. You take a look at what the numbers kind of identified Jackson as an edge rusher last year, and they're pretty solid numbers because he does have some versatility to his game. I like the fact that he's loose jointed and a twitchy athlete, because over time he might be a guy who needs to grow into his role, but as of right now, he has all of the makeup and all of the skills, and most importantly, the size to really become an intriguing pass rusher who could wreak havoc on opposing quarterbacks for many years to come, as well as offensive linemen. 6'3" at his pro day, 273 pounds, and he didn't run a 40-yard dash by his choice, but he does have a speed element to his game. The vertical jump goes to show you some of the athletic twitchiness that he does possess. 36.5 inches, given that at his size, that's really impressive numbers. And then the shuttle, 4.28, the 3-cone, 7.09. he does rank up there with some of the more athletic edge rushers in this year's 2022 NFL draft class. So already I asked you to grade the pick, A, B, C, D, or F. Now I want your one-word reaction. For me, content. I'm content with the selection because I know that the Niners' team-building philosophy, they prioritize a lot of these edge rushers. Before we get some more on Drake Jackson, Manscaped, the presenting sponsor for today's draft video right here on the 49ers Report, especially the Ultra Premium Collection. Now, we broke down Drake Jackson. He has all these different elements and attributes to his game. It's kind of what the Ultra Premium Collection offers as well. $39.99 for 5 products. Body wash, body spray, shampoo and conditioner, deodorant, as well as chapstick. And right now, on the best men's grooming product, tools, and products, you can get 20% off and free shipping by plugging in that link at the bottom of your screen right below me right now, manscaped.com/49ers. Enter the promo code 49ers, a big supporter of what we do here at Chat Sports all throughout the NFL draft and right here on the Niners Report. So now, with the Niners having 2 remaining picks in the 3rd round, where could they go next? Now, with the 61st overall pick, I was looking at maybe Abraham Lucas, offensive tackle, Kingsley Eningbari out of South Carolina, who was an edge rusher, Jaquan Brisker, Jalen Petrie. They went off the board. So too did Cam Jurgens, the center out of Nebraska, who went to the Philadelphia Eagles. So I think the Niners were in a spot where, okay, we're content with Drake Jackson. We like the upside of the player, but some players who we wanted to pick were off the board. That's why they settled with Drake Jackson. Now, they're still looking for a safety, could still go cornerback, maybe interior offensive line, wide receiver, and defensive tackle remaining needs now, because I'm not sure Drake Jackson is going to be that player who can play defensive tackle as well as edge rusher. And frankly, given his skill set and the athleticism that he's put on tape and that he's put on film over the last couple of years with USC, I like him better slotted as that type of edge rushing role. Overall, I think Jackson really a twitched up speed rusher who has urgency in his hands. So while he might lack an array of pass rushing moves, he can make up for that for really being violent at the line of scrimmage. And I think offensive tackles are going to have a difficult task with blocking him, especially now with the depth at the defensive line for San Francisco, with Nick Bosa on the opposite side of the defensive line against some of these offensive linemen. And now when you're game planning against the Niners, you're like, man, they're about 2 or 3 deep along every single position at that defensive line spot. And let's hope that Javon Kinlaw, 2020 first-round pick, can come off that surgery on his ACL. Now, here on the 49ers Report, we're bringing you the best and quickest NFL draft coverage when it comes to the Niners. Make sure you subscribe and join us because we'll be going live for those 2 picks in the 3rd round. Some exciting details on a new partnership at Chat Sports and how you can join us on a new interactive podcasting app where we'll be going live on Saturday following the NFL draft. But for now, make sure you subscribe to the 49ers Report on YouTube by hitting that red subscribe button down below. So to round things out, it's Drake Jackson going to the Niners at 61st overall. One of my favorite edge rushers at this point in the draft. Has bend, has some burst, really good pass rusher. I like his instincts there. And the Niners have done such a great job of developing defensive linemen over time under DeMeco Ryans, under Robert Saleh, most importantly, under defensive line coach Chris Kocurek. Another reason why I like it, he's going to be cheap, given that he is a rookie and he's only 21 years old. So the upside for this player in the long haul is high, and I think the development that's taken place with these defensive linemen in the Bay Area is going to allow Drake Jackson to, 1, immediately impact games as a rookie, and then over time become a very, very good pass rusher for San Francisco. Another reminder, live for the 3rd round of the NFL Draft, 2 picks for the Niners starting at 93, barring any trades. That link for that live show is available on the channel right now. Make sure you join us and stay tuned for more draft coverage right here on the 49ers Report by Chat Sports.